The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
It's familiar, but not too familiar, but not too not familiar. It's a new craze. Hey, good girls, do you wanna just say, hey, I wanna? Just say, hey, I wanna.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to My Brother and Me, where we have sprung into fall. Is that...
We sprung a leak.
I fell into fall.
You trip forward. Hold on, because in
We
the fall
jumped up, we reached for fall. We missed it.
there's a lot
We fell.
of leaves and branches and debris on the ground, and so you slip
Yeah.
and trip forward into the fall hour, and then in the spring you have to wind the springs of your clock backwards.
I will make a confession for you right now. Everyone has that fond childhood memory of their popey or their peepums raking up a big pile of autumnal leaves and leaping into that pile. I have no memory of ever doing that, and I am worried the ship has sailed. I'm worried that if I were to now leap into a pile of leaves, I would be perhaps given a lollipop.
Now
or
what
arrested.
you do is you rake up the pile of leaves and then you just like slowly lay down in it and go to sleep.
Yeah, it's a
It's
good.
not sad.
It's a good place for a nap, or actually not, because the last time I jumped into a pile of leaves in Ironton, Ohio, a spider bit me right on the hand, and it swelled up, and I never even looked at leaves ever again. I can't look at leaves.
Take note, Ironton, Ohio.
Just
Full of spiders.
yeah,
You're on watch. You're on notice from Griffin because of the spiders.
for arachnids. I think the true celebration is the arrival of the PSL in your closest SB.
It's back.
It's back. It's better. It's
Griffin,
thicker,
can I tell you?
thicker than ever.
Can I tell you guys? I hate to make this confession to you, but for me, in my heart, in terms of fall beverage consumption, the PSL has been dethroned.
What?
It's been dethroned by the SCM.
Yeah.
I'm
Salted
way
caramel macchiato?
salted caramel mocha. I'm
So close.
way into it.
Yeah.
Way
Here's,
into
It's good, but it can't beat that pumpkin-y
Well-
flavor. I love the pumpkin.
it has probably a leg up on the PSL in one department, and that is that the PSL really does get thicker every year. It is pretty much it's a pumpkinish sludge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a squash-based triple thick milkshake.
There's a half a pumpkin in every cup.
It's,
I think that
it's bad.
part of the problem is that I'm 31, almost 32, and I can appreciate complex flavor combinations like salt in coffee, and I think that you guys maybe aren't there yet.
That's the new thing, isn't it? Is salty. I can't
Yeah,
eat. I can't. Like, I ate a Crunch Bar the other day, and it was covered in cardamom, and I was like, what? Come on. Whatever happened to the good old days where chocolate was chocolate, and we didn't need to, throw sea salt all over it. We didn't have to. Every Snickers bar comes with one of those pepper grinders, and you just coat it in some sort of strange spice. Get out of here with that. Good old days.
Sometimes I feel like the salted chocolate is like an Emperor's New Clothes kind of thing, where they're just waiting for some child to be like, "Hey, you ruined chocolate."
Hey,
And
you
then
put
everyone will
salt
go,
on
"Oh,
my
you're right."
chocolate, sir.
Yeah.
You're right.
It really is I feel like it's for 20 and 30 somethings who are like, I know, it's salty chocolate. Can you believe it? I'm eating it too.
And really, all I
gross.
want is a Hershey bar. It's like, can I just get some fucking chocolate, please?
Yeah.
It is a testament, I think, to where our society is at now, that we can't even us indulging ourselves has become so unspectacular that we have to put irony our desserts.
It's like there must be slight amount of punishment. It's like that idea when they put like the like red pepper in chocolate and you bite down and it's like, oh, and there's cayenne in it.
Yeah.
It's like, can I just get some fucking chocolate? Why do I have to punish myself? And like, oh, I want to vomit. Thanks for the chocolate.
I think they
This
were
is
like,
great.
I think all the ad wizards were like, seems like this chocolate's pretty unhealthy. Can we get some sodium up in it, like a bunch of it? How much sodium can we get in this?
So much you can feel it between your teeth. Great.
So you've been listening to 3 Andy Rooneys talk about candy.
Did we introduce ourselves?
Nah.
Okay, I'm your oldest brother, Justin Andy Rooney McElroy.
I'm your middleest brother, Travis Andrew Rooney McElroy.
I am Griffin McElroy, lead singer of the band Rooney.
I think Andrew Rooney should have been the main villain in BioShock. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his own brow?
No, says the man in
Would
Washington.
you kindly tell me why there's so many Japanese? Where, Andrew Rooney? Where are there's in Japan? Yeah. It's where they are.
I was in my private hydro bubble dome yesterday, and I thought, I'm kind of thirsty. And I thought, that's crazy, Andrew. You're underneath the water. Do you ever think things like that? No, says the man in Washington. I don't.
Oh, man.
Well, this has been my brother, and me. Tune in next week.
Tune in next week when we, I don't know, do probably pretty much that again, just with different voices, and hope you don't notice. No, this is an advice show, and we're going to turn some questions into wisdom right now. Here it comes. Here it goes. I have a slight problem. I talk way too much. Not because... Do you guys hear how good my voice sounds this morning?
Yeah.
Sounds
Really?
so good.
Let me try again. I have a slight problem. I talk way too much. Not because I'm insecure or socially awkward. I just hate the idea of silence in a conversation. I've noticed recently that it makes me seem stupid. As a young college student who considers herself intelligent, I have a lot of interesting things to say, but they come out sounding ridiculous when they are said after a long, long rant. What are some ways I can make my gift of gab more meaningful and intelligent? That's from Loquacious in the Lone Star State. I personally,
Justin loves a good, long, awkward silence.
I love to dip in there.
He just
and-
likes to soak in it like a hot tub.
He's one of those people that whenever there's even a brief silence in a conversation, he will address it and say like, "Oh, you know that it's a good friendship when you can just sit there and be silent and it still feels just so good."
I'll
Like,
say
I
that.
said
Like,
it was 1368, sir. Please pull up to the next window.
just, I think that the way you can transmute your gift of gab into something that'll make you a hit with other people is instead of I know you're joking when you talk about having a lot of interesting things to say, and I'm sure you do, but if you can turn that gift of gab into asking questions, wanting to fill the conversation up with asking people about themselves, or filling any spare silence with a question about the other person, an invitation for them to talk about themselves, you will be more well liked, and people will want to spend more time with you. I was thinking yesterday about an old bit by Mitch Hedberg, dear departed Mitch Hedberg, and he said, I don't have attention deficit disorder, but I took Ritalin, and I found that I just had an extra long attention span. I would tell people, there's got to be more to that story. And if you can be that kind of listener, if you can use your gift of gab that way, then people are always... That is the ideal person to have in a conversation.
And like I know that I have dealt with this too. Like I tend to talk quite a
No.
bit. I know. But the important thing to keep in mind is that while you have many interesting things to say, so do the people that you are speaking with.
Do they? For sure.
Do they really, though?
Well, I mean, if they've just finished a long, long rant and pause for a brief second, and you go, there's marsupials and they have pouches and they're like mammals, but then maybe just let them finish their idea and then be like, man, that was great. And you said that it was actually your cousin the whole time? And like make it about their story. Make it about what they've said.
The secret to human relations is that no one cares about what you are saying.
Yep.
With very rare examples, no one wants, everyone's just waiting for their chance to treat you to the thing that happened to them. Because
Unless
maybe
someone's
if, like,
delivering instructions. Like, and
Yeah.
even then,
it's like hit or miss. Back in the day, back before radio and TV, you had to rely on humans for your entertainment. You would say, like, you've got to come on, you raconteur, hit me up with a story to entertain me. Like, now, anytime that someone's talking is a time that you are not watching The X Factor. So, like, you don't need humans to entertain you anymore.
Yeah.
You need them to give you relevant, pertinent, important information.
and you'll also see, this is one of my favorite phenomenon, like you'll hit a word in your story and watch the person you're talking to, something click in their mind that reminds them of a story they know. And then it's literally like you're watching a fuse count down until
they
you finish
stop
your
listening
thing.
to the thing that you're saying as they just fucking cock it in the chamber. Like, wait for their chance, wait for the tactical precision strike to enter. Like, oh, yeah. Speaking of your dead brother, have you seen the curious green, the green man, Benny Green Man? What's the
You can
bitch
always
button for these plants?
Timothy
You can
Button.
Timothy Button. You can always tell the when a person is doing this, because when you see when your story starts to divert from the point that they were going to tie to it, you can see them in physical anguish. It's like you're going around highway curves too fast or
What
something.
were you saying about tiny cars? You said something about tiny cars.
Do you remember 25 minutes ago when you were talking about that other thing? Have you seen that new Benjamin Green Man?
So if you can start use your gift to, the gift really is asking questions is a lot harder than talking. I've found this as I've tried to ask more questions, because a lot of times questions can open you up to some pretty awkward interactions. Sometimes the answers are not something you want to get back. But so use your speaking talents to try to figure out questions to ask other people.
Also, another thing to keep in mind when it comes to conversations is there is not like you don't have this like basket full of topics and you need to get your entire basket empty before the end of the conversation. It's not
Yeah,
supermarket sweep and reverse. And so like you may have a bunch of things to say, but if you have to pass by, some topics of conversation, it's gonna be all right.
The only reason I actually like talking to Travis is because I'm always hope he's gonna slip a dope metaphor in the combo.
Like supermarket sweep and reverse.
Supermarket sweep in reverse, yeah.
You guys want Yahoo?
Yes.
Yep.
This Yahoo is sent in by Nicole B. Thompson. Thank you, Nicole. It's by Yahoo Answers user Gracie, who asks, "What should me and my horse be for Halloween?" Please no headless horseman. I was thinking about dressing him up as a dragon, but I think the wings would be too complicated, and I have 4 weeks until the show. He's a brown Oldenburg gelding with 4 black legs. Oh, and I'm a girl. Thank you. Smiley face emoticon.
Where are you going that you need a horse costume?
It sounds like some sort of horse-based costume contest.
So like toddlers and tiaras for horses.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's the thing. You
Gross.
could make a dope centaur costume, but you would have to cut off a significant portion of the horse.
And of you.
And I would call it a very important portion of the horse, which is to say it's pretty much its head and everything, all that
The
part.
thinking portion.
Yeah. the think meat that makes his leg meat run.
Well, they still have their tiny forebrain.
Yeah, sure.
Aft brain? I don't know.
Hey guys,
What's up?
Yes.
check this out.
Okay.
Foals and something that's like a crown that starts with F.
I don't understand what you mean.
I'm trying to do like a
Foals
Tom
and
Harris.
fedoras.
Foals and fedoras.
I
Thank
see.
you, Trav. That's not good.
No, because you dress your horse up like Dick Tracy and you go as flat top.
Okay. That joke would have been fun. I was gonna go with hooves and hay bales, but that doesn't
That doesn't mean anything.
it doesn't make any sense. I really feel bad about it. So here's what you can be as a camel. You can be a shitty camel. You can be a shitty one-hump camel. You just put a tan blanket over you, and then you're gonna want to secure that. You're gonna want to secure that with some pipe tape, and then just be a shitty camel.
I think the obvious answer here is you dress him up like a person and dress yourself up like a horse.
Like a horse, right?
And then you put him on your shoulders.
Ooh.
And you carry him.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait. Slower. Continue.
And then you're the horse and he's the person.
Continue, but slower. What part of slower? Do you guys want to?
And Travis would have clean to throw in some detail.
Yeah.
Maybe like what kind of music was playing at the time, or
is it?
Boyz II Men.
Hey, is it
the lighting?
Is it real sloppy down there? Hey, do you guys want to hear the best answer?
Boys to men to horses. Yeah. What is it?
Yahoo Answers user Giselo says, "You could be a fairy of the forest. Dress up in a skirt/dress that has a leaf pattern, or a skirt/dress that you would glue leaves, fake or real onto. If you choose to wear a skirt, you could wear a pretty blouse for a top. Put some leaves in your hair with maybe some orange, red, or yellow glitter. If you're allowed, you could go barefoot for a better effect. For your wings, anything from the Halloween store would do. Add some sparkles and leafiness to them. For the horse's costume, you go bareback. Add a saddle pad with leaves on it. Or use your regular saddle and tape some leaves to it." There's more, but this person is basically just saying throw some leaves on that
Put some
bitch.
leaves on your horse.
Put leaves on everything. What is the costume?
A bush horse. Horsebush.
It's a horse that jumped in a pile of leaves.
Man bush.
Nature's greatest
Nature's
You are
wonder.
Greatest
nature's
wonder.
greatest wonder.
Fuck.
My brother means your source for references to obscure 90s comedy, The Stupids.
Be there.
Keep it locked.
In the name of the Lloyd, we gotta go on.
In the name of Lloyd.
Oh, you could dress your horse up like Stanley Stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, from the hit 90s comedy, The Stupids.
It's as hard as it is to find a Halloween costume that you as a human being can wear and then have people notice the clever reference that you've made. Imagine doing that for a horse. That horse has to be some sort of horse.
Right.
Now let me throw this out. You know how they have those things, like the costumes for dogs that just fit over their front two legs, and then they have like arms.
Yeah,
and, like,
those are
it's
fun.
like a business suit and a
Those
big
are
horse.
fun.
Yeah.
I like those.
Why don't we get like that, like horse size, so it fits over the horse's head and the horse's front two legs, and then it's got like arms, and it's like a horse businessman or like horse Yoda.
Man, I just thought about running into that at a party, and it gave me the shivers. Like a bipedal standing up person, but with the horse's gigantic head. Do you guys ever think
Yeah.
about how big horses' heads are and then just get scared apropos of nothing?
You could there. I don't see why. The horse can't be dressed like something that people dress like. I remember one time a costume that I thought was pretty good was I saw a guy dressed as Judge Lance Ito from
So you want to
Yeah.
dress a horse like Judge Lancito?
from the O.J. Simpson trial. I thought that was a pretty good costume. So you could just dress the horse like. What's something people dress up like now? Probably Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, Horse the Dog the Bounty Hunter. Don't mind if I do.
What if
You
you
all-
dress as a hunter and you dressed your horse as like a wall-mounted like head on like you had to put something around his neck so it looked like his head was mounted on a wall?
No, that's not macabre.
You think
Yeah,
that's too
yeah, and
much?
you have to put the rest of them in a wall, but then it's like pretty
You
good.
put him in a box.
Just stand still, horse. I know. I think that would be a pretty good. Make it something like a plaque out of cardboard, and then just put. What about a zebra? I mean, I feel like zebra's right there.
I
You
think
know?
that's like a minstrel show for horses.
Oh my God!
What? What? Come on, you guys. Come on.
Did you see what Daniel was wearing? I couldn't believe it.
It's so bold. Then 2 days later, you see Lady Gaga wearing the exact same thing. She's so edgy.
She's so edgy. She's in zebra face. It's unbelievable. She's in black and white and black and white and black and white and black face.
And
It's
then-
unbelievable.
Didn't they make a movie about that called Bamzoozled?
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
Thank you. What? There are 10 people out there that will laugh at that joke.
No, there aren't. There are 10 people who
No,
will go,
there
oh,
aren't.
yeah, like bamboozled. And then they'll turn off our show. And then they'll throw their computer away.
just so I can quantify, did you just say bamboozled?
Yeah.
I did. It's
Okay.
like in a zoo where like
Like
a
in
zebra
a
would
zoo.
be.
Okay. All right. I think it's all right. I think there's meat on them bones.
Thank you, Justin.
Man, I tell you, if you did not have Cinemax in the 90s, listening to our show must be baffling. I don't even know how we had it. Our parents didn't pay for it. We got free weekends or something.
Mm-hmm.
There are like specific free weekends if you could go back into the annals and like cut.
You
Like,
could rebuild all of our pop culture knowledge.
you really could.
I don't know what a Hunger Games is, though. I feel like there's very specific gaps. Basically, here's the flow chart. Did it have Tom Arnold in it? If yes, McElroy's.
Yeah.
Was Tom Arnold in Bamboozled?
He
I know he was in Soul Plane.
Yeah, he was definitely in Soul Plane. He was in True Lies.
Tom Arnold was in everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like we've drenched all the meat off this bone?
Oh Christ, yes. Let's do another thing.
Okay, so I need to take a moment then to ask you something, Griffin.
Yep.
People ask us a lot. They seem to notice that you guys end up talking about horses and ghosts a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's true. And I think, man, I wonder how that happens. And it just dawned on me that, like, you are the one who's continually introducing horses into the conversation.
We don't get any like listener submitted questions where
Yeah,
people are like,
if-
"Hey, my brother, and me, horses."
If the three of us were sitting in a room, Travis and I would be talking about, like, life and
Sure.
love and growing. And every few minutes, Griffin would, like, lean in and say, yeah, and, like, horses.
Sure.
Right?
Let me hit you with this.
What?
Do you remember the first time we talked about horses? And I found that Yahoo or someone found it, but either way, I claim credit for it. It was like
What was the
I had staked my mining pick into the ground and just a torrent of, I guess,
horses.
horse blood shot into the sky. Shot into the sky, and then I was like, Yahoo, I'm rich. I'm saying we have found
Red gold.
we have found a deep pocket of natural comedy gases. And I
It's a shame when it runs out, we have to start fracking for horse questions.
yeah. Yeah. Honey, Honey, does this ice taste like horse blood to you? This is strange. Anyway, that's why. Also, of all the people groups
I'm
that there
Zooey
are
Deschanel,
in the
and I'm
world,
speaking out against horse blood fracking.
of all the people groups there are in the world to make fun of, I feel like horse enthusiasts, equestrianistas are the funniest, and also it's
The
totally
safest because none of them are listening to the show.
correct.
Okay.
You can love your horse. Just don't.
Just not as much as your kids and family.
It's not as much as your kids
Yeah.
or your family or your dreams.
It's important. I know it's tempting because when you ride a horse, it's like
yeah.
it lends you its wings. I got to go back and remember some of those bumper stickers.
Has everybody on this podcast ridden a horse?
I have.
Yes.
What did you like it?
I rode bareback because I was on a farm. I was on it for about, I'm going to say 9.5 seconds before it bucked me off, and I thought it broke both of my balls. Broke them in half. It was the worst pain I've ever experienced down there.
When I rode a horse, it was at a place called Bob's Happy Trails Horse Farm or something like that. Definitely.
Was
Happy
that the
Trails.
Shawnee State Park?
Happy Trails Horse Farm? Yes, something like that. Yeah, in Shawnee State Park.
Did they call it Happy
Yeah.
Trails Horse Farm because it's where the horses go so that kids can ride them before they are killed, before they are destroyed?
You actually ride them to the glue factory and drop them off and walk back.
And say Happy Trails Tiger. I guess that's the name for a horse.
I'm sorry. Is Ben's? Maybe it's under new management though, because it's been a long time since I was there. It's been 20 years, but Ben's Happy Trails Horse Camp.
I see.
But yes,
the only
I think
time I
you're
ever
correct.
rode a horse, I just remember feeling its rippling muscles and warm skin betwixt my thighs, and then I stared deep into its glassy eyeball, and I grabbed his chinkle chankle
Uh-huh.
and started praying to Agnes.
Oh, don't stop. Slower. Slower for me, please.
The horse am I fucked.
little
Well,
fast.
but it was tender. It was tender.
No, don't back off of it now.
I don't want to paint the horse in a bad light. He might be listening.
Was it JTRH NBR or what was the deal?
Just was it JTR GMBR or what's
You
going
guys
on?
know it was.
We actually, I don't think we talked about JTR HMBR on the show. So
No, you got to listen to the Sat Dish if you want that.
Yeah.
That nug.
if you want it, that nug, that choice nug,
Justin, tell us about your
okay.
Happy Trail experience.
I wrote it. I got a boner. I want to.
Oh my God! You can't be blamed for that because you're riding on just a mass of rippling muscles. It's like it is as simultaneously like riding a bunch of vaginas and also like a gun.
It's
Wait.
like riding a living cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, made out of vaginas. That's what it's like.
A vagina cannon.
A vagina cannon.
Justin, tell me, were the horse's pubes trimmed in like a tasteful line going to its penis?
Go
Why
on.
can't we just ride horses? Why do we have to fuck them?
We don't have to. I'm saying
We don't have to. We get to because God gave us domain over all the animals.
I'm still trying to figure out the
It
title.
seems like an abuse of our privileges.
I'm still trying to figure out the name of the farm. A Happy Trail is like a
Ben,
bush thing.
Happy Trails Horseman Camp. It's called Happy
For
Trails because the
horsemanship.
horses are about to die. And the trails are pretty happy. I just want to say, as funny as it seems like to make fun of a person who loves to have sex with horses, it's America, and it's Earth, and it's this reality, there is somebody who falls into the cross in the Venn diagram sliver who is of our show's listeners and people who like to have sex with horses and is not amused.
I would hope that person has a good sense of humor about it.
No. The line must be drawn here. There is no. I'll apologize to furries about my ill-advised, ill-informed rants about furries. I will apologize to jugglers, or should I
Right.
say juggler, about the shit that we said about jugglers. I am not gonna go so far as to apologize equestrophiles. Nope.
We do not stand by our previous calls for violence against the furry community.
Nope.
That was an ill-advised joke. We love furries now. Ditto for jugglers.
And I totally support people who want to have sex with jugglers.
Yeah, if you want to have sex with a juggler, go nuts. That's between you and your God. But yeah, I think we can take a pretty bold stand against having sex with horses.
You know,
And I feel
this
proud
might
of
be
us.
a little controversial, but I just do not support horse fucking.
All right.
Well,
That's
wait.
your right.
It's okay between horses. That's
Yeah.
if there was no more horse fucking, there wouldn't be any more horses. And that's at the end of the day, that's what you have to keep in mind. But
Yeah.
man or woman, I guess woman is
If
all
a
right.
horse wants to bury his powerful horse shaft into another horse's quivering, waiting horse vagina,
Yep.
I think that is. I mean, sell tickets to that.
I don't know why
Give
you are
me a
going
front
so
row seat.
fast with this.
I keep telling everyone, slow down.
We have an hour. You know what I mean? That is more than
There's
enough
no-
time for
There's no rush.
There's no need to rush this dance.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just in a. This is. I'm trying to rush straight to a gallop, and you guys are. You
need
guys
a
are
canter.
more of a canter. Well, that was half the show on one question.
Whoops,
about having
let's
sex
move
with
on.
Horses. Moving on. A few months ago, I moved from Ireland to Michigan, and almost everything has been great. I should have a brogue.
Don't do it.
I should probably have
Keep
a brogue.
reading.
Griffin,
Keep reading.
Griffin, what do you think about my brogue? Should I have a brogue?
No, keep reading.
I think you gotta go, bro.
He's talking about. Okay. When American people meet me and hear my accent,
What?
they always ask me to say stuff. Then they often
By
know their
bro, did you
best.
mean you should have a stroke right there in the middle of the question?
How should I react? Okay, so when American people meet him, they hear the accent. They always ask me to say stuff. Then they often do their best Irish
Oh,
accent.
good.
For me. Oh no! Oh golly! What a kerfuffle! How was my face red? Or should I say green? Irish. How should I react? How should I react to these requests? Should I be polite or should I tell them to go to hell? That's from Different in Detroit. Remember we talked about earlier about how everybody doesn't want people to talk? You're in one of the rarest positions where people actually do want to hear you say stuff.
Yes, but my friend Miranda McGee, who also co-hosts In Case of Emergency with me, like she's got a pretty noticeable Australian accent. Every time that she goes out somewhere, some douchebag is like, "Where are you from?" Okay, now say, "Throw another shrimp on the Barbie." Now say, and it's like turns them into like a sideshow act, like a puppet. It's the grossest thing, and the dude thinks that he's laying down mad game.
Yeah.
Like, she likes how cute I think it is.
She likes how
stupid.
xenophobic and narrow-minded I am. She loves that shit.
I'm really gonna
everybody-
segregate her from the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can everybody just be like cool about accents? Can
Yeah.
everybody just chill out?
I guarantee, I bet, I've never traveled outside of this country because it's the greatest country on earth. But I bet that you don't go to like England and someone goes, "Oh my God, what is that? An American accent?"
Well, no,
Talk
because
about your president and stuff.
our accent is the grossest.
But I also bet that no one over there, like, you don't roll up and someone's like, "Oh, what is that? An Irish accent? Weird."
No, because they get that shit all the time because they're right up next to it.
That's what I'm saying. Could we maybe just pretend like it's not the first foreign person you've ever met?
I think
Plus, they see it on TV and stuff a lot. Because all their TV shows are.
I think our accent to people not on this continent or this continental mass. I think it just sounds like every time we're talking, like whenever we're talking, it just sounds like pizza's just falling out of our mouths. I think it's a muddy, sloppy dialect. I don't think anybody likes listening to it.
Maybe when these people are like demanding that you say stuff in your Irish accent, then you respond to them with what you imagine an American accent to sound like.
Yeah.
And be like, "Okay, and that's my impression of you. How do you feel?"
We all,
best friends.
to like a British person, we basically sound like the cockroach alien in human skin from the first Men in Black movie.
Sugar water.
A lot of times when we have conversations like this, our international listeners take it as a cue to write in and kind of fill in some of the gaps in our international knowledge. I just want to make it clear on this point specifically. I don't really care what you think our accents sound like, so please don't.
The only
weigh
thing
in.
that I really want you to do is take the sugar and put it in the water.
Like a
I remember, you know what? I can remember being a young boy. Griffin won't remember this. I don't think Travis will either. But I have a very clear memory. I don't have a very clear memory of the first time I discovered I had an accent because I was like 10 years old, and I was at the beach. And it was, I think it was like an all-inclusive resort or something where there were like a lot of activities planned for the kids, so the kids would do things separate from the parents and let the parents, I don't know what parents do either by themselves, watch TV or something. So we were leaving for the week, and some of the kids I'd hung out with said, "Oh, we're gonna miss you, Justin, and we love your accent." And it was literally like it was like the end of Usual Suspects. Like it's like, guys are so saying, like, wait a minute, I have an accent. I have an accent. Like
for Christmas, like 2 or 3 years ago, Dad gave us like all of our home videos converted to DVD.
Oh yeah.
And I sat down with Teresa to like watch them. I was like, "Honey, come watch. Here's all my memories as a child." And I had always known that like we had an accent, but not until that moment was it thrown into so harsh reality as the video of Justin and I playing on the jungle gym.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, "Hi, Father!
You
What are
motherfuckers!
doing?"
You motherfuckers turned the word "daddy" into a 4-syllable word.
"Hi, Daddy!"
You sounded like old
It is the
prospectors.
grossest thing. If we weren't like 3 and 6, you would assume that we were doing like the worst comedy routine ever.
there are a lot of bad. If you watch those in Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Outliers, he talks about how you need 10,000 hours of experience to become an expert in something. I like to think now, My Brother, and Me is a show made by comedy experts. But if you watch these,
Because we have done 10,000 episodes. Go on.
but we've been trying to do bits for our whole lives.
Oh, I see.
If you watch these tapes, you could see a lot of half-formed comedy ideas.
And all of my jokes now make about as much sense as they did then. To
There
give
is
you an
a-
idea.
There is a tape, and then watching them now, I just it's hard to watch because I can see the setup and then the execution just falls flat. There's one tape where Travis is, I'm gonna put him at 4, and Travis says knock knock
Oh,
knock
this one, yeah.
knock knock. Dad says who's there? Travis says knife.
Yep.
Dad says knife who? And Travis says, would you rather work nightly or knifely?
Yep. What does it mean? We'll never know.
What does that
Might as
mean?
well be said in hieroglyphics.
But see, if you
And I
had
know what
fucking
you're
done
saying
that
at home. You're
if you had done that on a stage and just taken your bombing as hard as you would have, it would have been like Andy Kaufman-esque, like brilliant.
So you're saying that 4-year-old Travis was just a comedic genius?
yeah.
Griffin had a great bit when he was 4 or 5.
Are you talking about the cheese?
No, I don't remember the cheese bit.
Every time
but
there was a camera pointed at Griffin,
I would say cheese.
he would just go, cheese!
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it didn't matter if it was a video camera or a regular
or if
camera.
I was at a funeral.
or a pinhole camera used to look at eclipses. Griffin don't care. No, Griffin had a pretty good bit where he used to come up to you and say, is there a baker under your bed? Mm-hmm. And you would say, no. And then Griffin would say, have you checked? They would say, no. And then Griffin would say, then how do you know there is not a baker under your bed?
And for some people it was adorable and hilarious. For me it was terrifying. And I
'Cause
often
Griffin-
lived in fear of
Because they were in bunk beds, and Griffin would hang his head down at 4 o'clock in the morning and shout this into Travis's face.
I have a confession that I need to get off my chest after
Okay.
probably 22 years.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I stole the baker under your bed joke from the movie Rocket Man. I stole
Wait
probably
a
my most
minute.
the joke that whenever you talk about how funny a kid I was, I stole that shit from Harlan Williams. Took it right from him.
Are you telling me this?
I hate you so
Took it right from
I
him.
hate your fuck. Are you serious?
10 years old, you thought, oh my god, this kid's on another level. Nope. You know who is on another level? Is Harlan Williams.
He's on another level for a 10-year-old.
That's
still,
great because when I was 7 I used to think that Griffin was like a young Harlan Williams.
holy
now I
shit,
understand
Griffin.
Yeah,
Now I'm being usual suspects again.
I know.
Kaiser Soze 2. Soze again.
I didn't,
So say we all.
Soze we all. Usual suspects those.
oh god, can we go to the money zone?
Yeah, I guess. Stranger. Whoever you
I
are.
don't even know you. Maybe you were adopted.
By her.
Harlan
I
Williams
just-
left
you
you in a
gotta take
basket
good
on
care-
our doorstep.
Take good care of this
Mike-
precious baby for me.
Hey, I want to tell you guys about WaitYouHaven'tSeen.com. That's actually Wait You Haven't Seen on iTunes also. And you can follow them at Wait You Haven't Seen. And that's Wait, the letter U, haven't seen. And I want to tell you about it. Ross has seen every movie twice. Tucker fancies himself a pop culture expert, but has not seen anything. Not Jaws, not Pulp Fiction, not Scarface, or even Roadhouse. It's time for Tucker to see the films that everyone else has seen. They watch the films, discuss its pop culture significance, and occasionally bust into freestyle rap. It's observant, only occasionally racist, kidding, and always entertaining. If you want pretentious dinks who spend hours discussing the artistry of one shot, this is not for you.
Well,
That's a Wait You Haven't Seen. Have they seen Harry and the Hendersons?
have they seen
That's
Rocket
mine.
Man?
Have they seen
And
Rocket
cribbed
Man?
all of its comedy. You guys, you don't understand. I did you a fucking favor. I waited. I went deep into the Rocket Man mines, and I came out with all of the comedy ore that existed in it. And I'm gonna be honest, it was not much. It required there was a lot of cruft.
I think it's really indicative of the box office success of Rocket Man.
Yeah.
That Griffin has been cribbing this bit,
Yeah.
and it never occurred to anyone.
I actually
maybe-
talked about that extensively on ICOE, and every time I've ever told anyone about Griffin,
Yeah.
I've mentioned the bakers on your
yep.
bed, and not one person in all of these United States has ever gone.
Well,
you mean the Rocket Man joke?
Actually, Jessica Lundy put me on blast once. She's like,
Really?
I remember that one from on the set. Harlan dropped that one on the set, and I don't think he'd appreciate you.
This bit
You're
has
like the
been brought-
Carlos Mencia of Rocket Man.
This bit has been brought to you by IMDb.
I don't know. Come on. Give me some credit.
on now.
I had to watch
You
that
did,
movie.
obviously. I mean, you did watch the movie, I guess.
Jessica Lundy
Hey.
also in The Stupids. It's all 6 degrees here, people.
6
Degrees
degrees
to Tom Arnold.
6 degrees with deceit.
People come up to me and they're like, I bet you can't link Tom Arnold and Harlan Williams. I'm like, sit your ass down, dumb
I'll
bitch.
do it in one.
Lundy. So sex toys. They are. I like to think that we here at My Brother and Me are part of the normalization of adult playthings.
I think they're already pretty normal, but go on.
Well, us and 50 Shades of Grey are really helping to normalize
Justin,
toy play.
it's funny you should mention 50 Shades.
Okay.
I'm not saying that we are responsible for this, but on the homepage of extremistrange.com, there's a banner that connects you to items inspired by 50 Shades of Grey.
No, Travis, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably inspired by the massive, heart-stopping
No, I have to
success.
Occam's razor this and say that we talked about 50 Shades of Grey and extremistrange.com last week. I believe we made this happen.
I want to see something in the hero section of extremerestraints.com. That is the online marketing terminology for this sort of thing.
Oh,
And
I thought
wanna
you
see
meant
something-
items inspired by the show Heroes.
No, I want to see some items inspired by my brother and me.
Oh, you can just buy.
Basically-
You can just buy the book on Extreme Restraints. That is, I suppose, an item inspired by 50 Shades of Grey.
Here's they got cat suits, and everything that you think you know about. Bad news is you don't know anything about it. So like you think cat suit, oh sexy like Catwoman. Yes, they've got that, but then they've got another one that covers up your whole body. Like I don't even know. I don't have a. It's like a no man. Like it takes you out of reality or something. Like you phased out, and it's scary. But maybe you can fuck it. I don't know. Can I fuck this? Can I fuck this Shadow Man? Go for it. I don't know. I'm not gonna make rules for you.
The R&D scientists at extremerestraints.com are willing to answer that question for you. Can you fuck it?
Can
And
you
that
fuck this
R&D,
thing?
by the way, stands for rumping and dildos.
There is a okay. So if you want a steel bra with leather straps, you can have that. It's $240, and there's a check box here that says for add a 4-inch nickel-plated die-cast snap for $295. I want to be there when those married couples looking at these like, I don't know, honey. Do we need the extra 4 inches, or you think you're going to be okay?
Times are tight.
Times are tight.
I mean, there's a lot of
and-
affordable
but-
options. You guys would not believe how inexpensive anal beads are. They are giving them away.
They're cheaper than you think. And hey, the good news about all these prices is that we can knock 20% off for you. Use the coupon code MIDDLEST, and you're gonna get. It's gonna be like way cheaper. It's gonna be like crazy cheap.
20%,
20%. Well, 20% cheaper. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be awesome. ExtremeRestraints.com is the website. It's EXTREMERESTRAINTS.com.
.com.
Did you guys get all those letters?
.com
Justin,
/ Studio Strip / GeoCities / Tripod / Ashviews.
Do yourself and your lover a favor and go check it out today.
Treat yourself.
Train that ass.
I'm looking at the strict leather large dildo harness, and that's out of stock. So don't miss out on the something else, the army harness with dildo or something.
Yeah.
You don't miss out. Just get it. Get that female butt plug. You've earned it.
Get the anal trainer set. It's on
Get the
sale
anal
now for
trainer
only
set.
Listen,
$23.80.
we've all been very disappointed in your anus's performance lately. We want to enroll it in a seminar. And by seminar, I mean a gradually increasing in size series of butt valves, I guess is what's a good way to describe what these things are. Butt missiles. We're just going to ram Jim up in there. You're going to be good to go. You're going to be a very productive member of the company.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. ExtremeSpace.com. Coupon code Middleist. Me and my pals are in the throes of a masculine evening. We had a big old barbecue with burgers and wings. Photos attached. Thank you. And now we're watching The Usual Suspects and drinking beers. Whoa! That's crazy.
Inception.
But there's a problem. For our post-BBQ suite, we ended up buying a lemon meringue pie. While delicious, we are all agreed that the LMP is a far from testosterone-inducing post-dinner treat. We'd love to hear if you have a recommendation for a manlier dessert. We presume, as members of the volume-loving American nation, that you'll have a better idea than us, sissy Brits. That's from Effete Eater in Southeast London. Well, you've come to the right place.
Is this...
I'm fat.
Might I suggest each of you eats your own cheesecake?
That's, well, no, see that, like, that hoves into Sex and the City territory for me.
Everybody having their own individual cheesecake?
Just 4 women. That's what most of the series was about.
Everybody
was 4
just
women.
eat a pint of Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, exactly. That's the vibe of that.
Why don't you 4 just jerk each other off? What a sweet, sweet dessert that'll be. I don't understand that.
I think the obvious answer is deep fried things. Is that too?
Well, I think,
That might
well,
be
the
too.
obvious answer is to not assign goddamn genders to the dessert that you're eating, you madman. Like,
Why is this bothering you so much, Griffin?
because I think it's sexist to say this sweet, light treat is a woman thing, and these hearty barbecue ribs are for dudes only, bros only with
No,
these
oh,
ribs.
Now, Griffin, that's
that's
wonderful.
not
That's
what he's
beautiful,
saying.
and you're very open. But have you never just like had a dude's night? Like,
Yeah, I will have a night where I primarily hang out with my dude friends, but we're not going to eat like a key lime pie and be like, oh, what are we doing?
Man, this is tough because I think that whether or not you can do this without assigning gender roles to it. I mean, you can just say that you're having sort of a hearty night.
I will say that I don't think a lemon meringue pie goes with barbecue.
Yeah, that's
I don't
crazy.
think
If you want to
that-
talk about flavor pairings, you're
Yeah,
off
yeah,
your
that-
rocker.
that's nuts.
I don't think. I think if you're saying like this is a themed like outdoor cookery, old school kind of dinner, then yes, lemon meringue pie does not fit the theme.
God, you know what? I know that this is kind of a weird question, but now I'm sitting here trying to think about it. Like you have all your guy friends over, it's just boys' night out, and you're making some ribs and drinking some whiskey, and I'm trying to envision a dessert you pull out that it's not like, what are you doing?
Well, that's the thing.
That's
like-
why back in the day,
Yeah,
when
like,
Bradbury
I
and
suggest-
Bob and I would have like a cookout day, the dessert is more meat. Like you just eat meat and you fall asleep
the
on the
secret.
couch.
There is no like way to transition that conversation of, yeah, it's good steak, I like to eat it. I got something sweet. I need something sweet on my teeth.
Here's my suggestion, because whenever I do a cookout party, this is what I go with. Get some bananas, right? Slice them open without peeling them. Stuff some chocolate chips in there, and wrap them back up in foil. Pop them on the grill for about 10 minutes.
Is this a real thing you do?
Pop it open and eat it. Yeah, it's delicious.
Sounds really good.
It is amazing. And it's like grilled bananas, stuffed with chocolate, and it's badass because you're like eating it in foil, and it's like fair food, simple as shit.
Still
and it's,
still shaped like a cock.
yeah. I mean, there is that. I mean, you can do the same thing with apples too. Core an apple, soak it in like brandy and syrup,
Whittle it
up,
into a cock shape.
and then put your dick in it.
And then put your dick
And then
inside the apple
wrap it
dick.
up in foil.
Yeah.
Pop it on the grill for a while.
I wish there was a way of, and maybe I don't know what you would call this aesthetic, but I wish there was a way of separating what you would traditionally apply as the, call the dude, pastiche, the steak, the whiskey, the Jason Statham movies, what have you. I wish there was a way of separating that from just dudes.
Yeah.
Like I understand this is an aesthetic, and I think that women should be absolutely able to enjoy it too. I just wish it didn't have
I see what you're saying.
gender roles attached to it,
Then
right?
why not just call it like an evening of badassery?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Badass seems kind of presumptuous for eating steak and watching Kevin Spacey movies. Just seems like I don't know.
Hold on.
It is like
Hold the fucking phone.
yeah. What?
Did you just give Kevin Spacey a carte blanche badass status?
I did.
No, I said it. No, Travis said it. I'm saying it's kind of self-important for watching badass. Describing yourself watching a Kevin Spacey movie as a
man!
badass.
Don't fuck with Spacey.
Now, I'm not trying
This
to.
dude
Yeah,
looks
see,
like
K-Pax?
he could fucking wreck you. Did you see him in American Beauty? He was getting jacked.
What
The
if you
first
just,
time-
what if you called it just like an evening of male bondage?
Okay.
No. Okay, hold on. We'll come back to that. The first time I heard K-Pax, I assumed it was somebody's frat nickname from college. A guy named Kevin Paxton. And everybody called him K-Pax. K-Pax! Hey. Man, I hope Griffin had said that one very funny. Even though...
I love Justin's self-editorializing.
It's just a note. Hopefully Griffin will hear that.
Written
thing.
in red ink. Cut this.
I cut this. That's still funny. Travis, male, you've actually explicitly put the word male into the thing that I'm trying to
So
extricate
you think like
from.
an evening of person bondage?
Okay.
No, what? Okay.
Evening of bondage. Because like you're bonding together, but you want to say bonding.
Yeah.
It's not even about the bonding. Like I don't get down on the sense of fraternity so much as just a sense of like
Eating food that is
I don't
bad
know.
for you.
eating food's bad for you, and like eating some steak and having a martini and then watching
A
K-Pax.
good question. But why can't you just say like we're having an evening, we're doing stuff,
Yeah.
we're getting together?
Oh, it's important to let people know what they're coming into.
Yeah, you wanna establish the vibe.
So what would
right?
you call it, Justin?
I don't know. I'm saying I don't have a good answer.
I think we got to
for
use
it.
a totally gender neutral word for like.
It has to be
if
gender
you're eating,
neutral, but
like nachos and steak, then what if we just called that like dump? And it's like a very it's a
We're taking a dump.
no, it doesn't have to be that.
Oh.
It's just a word that sounds like the thing that it is. It's dump night. Come on over for dump. And then if
Sunday. Dump.
don't wear your fancy khakis. We're taking a dump.
I'm gonna take that
Is it
word
a
back from the way that the honestly the juvenile way that you guys are using it. I'm gonna open a fancy Chicago restaurant called Dyump.
Does it have like 3 U's?
No, it
in
has one U,
Dyump.
one U with an umlaut. Dyump.
I just
Come on down to Dyump. We got steak.
we got steer.
We got steak at Dyump.
K-Peaks.
Oh, the walls are just lined with plasma screens showing the choicest. We got all the freshest Angus steaks and all the choicest cuts from K-Pex at Dyump.
I just wanted a word to describe manly that doesn't exclude people with vaginas.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that's asking so
What-
much. Just Dyump.
What about Dyump?
But to be fair, I mean, to be fair, this is not just dudes are not the only guys who do this, because every so often the ladies here in Cincinnati will have like a ladies' night where like they do a clothing exchange every year, and they'll like literally, no joke, sit around and like give each other manicures and pedicures and talk about boys and drink wine. And like, you know,
But
I
see,
think,
to me, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, that sounds
That sounds
awesome.
like a good time.
I know,
I'd
but
go
it's
to
not
that.
about. But it's not about like, yeah, I would love to go to that too, man. Clothing exchange, I'd love to get some new duds, but like, it ain't
I'll
for
talk
us.
about boys all day.
Yeah,
Orlando
man.
Bloom, Orlando Swoon, more like. I'm in.
But so then when that happens, me and the men of Cincinnati we go play pool, and we go see a band and play shuffleboard.
Jerk each other off.
Jerk each other off on the biscuits.
It's Tuesday,
Um,
Griffin, you got a Yahoo for
yeah,
me?
let's hop to a Yahoo. We've only done one Yahoo.
Give me no, that one wasn't funny. Let's do like a funny.
This one was sent in by
Just put in like horse or ghost or something.
this ghost was sent in by Emily Wall. Thank you, Emily Wall. It's by Yahoo Answers user Ghostov, or should I say Joseph, who asked, my ex called me out saying that I'm not a juggalo on Facebook. I've tried.
How dare you, madam?
I've tried everything to prove to her that I am one, and she still keeps saying that I'm not one. What can I do to get her off my 3 asterisks? Which means dick.
What?
I was gonna say maybe you could learn to curse like an adult.
Yeah. You think juggalos are very reserved about their cursing.
To get her off of my butt.
Mm-hmm. My fanny. Help me, Murder Jay. How do I get this lady off of my rear end?
She's a real pain in the backside. I'm just getting really PO'd right now.
Is the problem that did she accuse him on the social network Facebook of not being a juggalo in his day-to-day existence,
Or he's not a...
she accused him? Is he not repping the juggalo lifestyle?
I think that
Is
she
he-
was saying when push came to shove,
Yeah.
like at the breaking point, he would crumble and he would not.
You ain't no twiddalo, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
right.
Sure, he claims to do it. He talks the talk, of course. But
Right.
could he walk the walk?
And you mean like when he's at the gathering, he's repping Hatchet Man.
Yes.
But on Facebook, he's just like complaining about his
Yeah.
taxes and stuff.
On
When he goes into work at 7-Eleven, is he living the juggalo lifestyle?
Sure.
Is he openly juggalo?
So in the world, his native habitat, he's Slippery Dick Dave, but on the
Right.
book, he's Michael.
Just Michael.
His mom follows him on Facebook. and he's
He
gotta be really
goes
careful.
by regular Dick Michael.
Just completely normal Dick Michael.
Rida is a down ass juggalo or juggalette who is down to ride for you or with you, and I think that
What does that mean?
That is RYDA.
What does that mean? What does any
it's
of
a-
that? What does
A
any of
down
that
ass juggalo or juggalette.
Stop. Okay, but
who is
you
down.
said 2 words in those 3 words I don't know.
Well, like a down ass juggalo,
mean?
you
Like
know,
they're
or
depressed?
no, they're like
They
they're
got
down.
soggy butt.
Hold on, I need to check the cross reference and see what down means. Okay, there is no down is not covered.
Okay, let us assume that it means like cool.
Can I
Hep.
tell you guys the top 2 entries in Wikia, in the Juggalo Wikia, for Juggalo terms? Okay, the first is axe, a motherfucking serial slaughtering weapon used for honor and to split your shitty dome piece haters.
Okay.
Holy
That is
shit.
a Z. That
To
is a
be
Z.
fair, that's
Now,
the same it says as Merriam-Webster.
Now hold on.
This fucking tool.
Is the shit. You want to split some haters' dome? No problem. So that's
Dictionary out. You just
A
got
is
dictionarized, bitch.
A is axe. B, bigot. An extremely prejudiced person, very attached to their own belief system. That is the only entry for B. Is the word bigot that means the thing that means they think they made up the word bigot. That's crazy. That's an old thing we've been saying.
Could we use it in a sentence? Could I
I-
get the origin of that word?
I used
Fuck
yes,
you.
I used my axe on that bigot who died,
Thank you.
who then died, who was then
root
who
word?
then perished. Root word big.
I hate you, juggalos.
Here's an entry for C. Cherry pie. This means a virgin. Then it says, listen to cherry pie for reference. No thanks, Juggalo Wikia. I think I get it.
You may not have put this together.
Because it's when it's
Now I don't want to act like I'm not repping the clown love I'm down with the clown for life. I actually think the Juggalos are a misrepresented people who are kind of fun, and I'm not anti-Juggalo. I'm pro-Juggalo.
Oh, Juggalo. I thought you were saying juggler.
No.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, Jugglers. Just kidding.
Oh man, do you think we have any Juggalo
whoop.
listeners?
Oh,
We
God.
have one, and it's this guy.
It's the same guy who
and his
fucks
girlfriend's
with
online being like, "You listen to my brother, and me? Known Juggalo haters? You ain't Juggalo."
I do. I like the Juggalos. I think it's a fun. community.
I
I'm
like
glad-
how they all get
Is your-
together and like beat the shit out of Tila Tequila. It's like a fun. It's like
No,
a
they
fun
didn't.
game. It's like a
They just threw garbage at her.
no.
Nothing wrong with that, you guys.
I think. Okay, let me ask you this: are you really better off? Would you be better off in a world without Juggalos?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was easy. This has been our comedy.
Wait, do you mean like
podcast.
my day to day?
Yeah, in your day-to-day life. This has been our comedy podcast with my brother and me. Thank you so much for spending your time with us yet again. We sincerely appreciate it. We want to welcome a new podcast to the Max Fun family. It is it's called Risk: True Tales Boldly Told. And it is our newest edition, hosted by Kevin Allison, who you might know from, I don't know, The State.
Which state? No, that's a joke. It's a television program.
Not a great joke, but yeah, still a joke. Yeah. So Risk is the newest addition to our family. I like that show, and I can't wait to welcome them to our bosom. Thank you to everybody tweeting about the show, our show, not their show. Fuck their show, our show.
We win.
Yeah. Thanks to Little Socrates, Instant Jim, Sweet Doom, Yeah Pat, Note and Color, Dar2D2, Dan Japko. These are songs in My Cowgirl. Nick Haskell. So many. Graham Off Brian. We really appreciate you. And love you very much.
I want to thank John Roderick and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song Instead of Departure off the album Putting the Days to Bed. If you secured ticks to Max FunCon East, you are going to get a chance to bro down with John Roderick.
Yep.
So thank him in person for the good jams, for the power jams. We can't do it in person because of a restraining order.
Which is unfortunately why we will not be at Max FunCon East. A couple of people have asked. We went to Max FunCon West, and we want to leave room for all the other podcast kids to be there. So you're in luck,
push them
though.
out with our charisma.
You're in luck, though, because it is an amazing lineup.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you will have a great time. So don't even
You
worry
will
about it.
blast.
And just know that while you're there, look up at the heavens, look at the beautiful clear sky, and see the moon, and know that somewhere out there, we're dreaming of you.
That's probably not true.
If you'd like to ask...
Somewhere out there.
Oh, mail
beneath the
call.
pale
Excuse me, gents. Mail call. Some things we got to. We have a mailbox. It's MBMBaM, PO Box 54, Huntington, West Virginia 25706.
Oh, did you get any more veiled death threats?
No more veiled death threats. I did get.
Did you keep that postcard, by the way? Because I would like to frame it.
No, I threw it away because it was horrifying. Tiffany in Denver writes us with a picture of a horse. That's delightful. Let's see. Kenjamin. Thank you for writing. This is a postcard of a girl saying, "I know how you must feel, Brad," but Kenjamin wrote us a very nice note. We got some comics sent to us through the mail from Andrew Fulton. So thank you, Andrew, for the
What
comics.
kind of comics?
And then things got a little weirder. We got a DVD of a Japanese wrestling sampler.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Leah sent us a picture of a cat. No, sorry. The cat is Leah. The card is from Jill and Jordy Hoyt. Came in the mail. Alex from Tempe sent us some amazing paper craft of Pamela Anderson with Garfield head and Garfield with Pamela Anderson head.
Thank you.
That is now sitting on my desk. So thank you to everybody who.
Did we get
sent-
a brochure about pet turtles?
We did get a brochure about pet turtles. I did not know who sent that, but thank you for signing us up.
Is
for
it
mailing
not-
us. I don't really enjoy
Have
that.
people not gotten the fucking... We can't say it. I'll edit this out. but we really want people to send us money, right? Like, that's why we did it, is so that people could just send us money unsolicited.
Just, I don't want weird
like,
stuff.
I don't want the fucking
Listen,
thanks for the postcard, I guess, but I can't spend this, you know?
Just send us. I don't know. Like, I don't want money because then people think that's a joke and they'll send me like Monopoly money, and I'm like, hardy hard. That's gonna go in the post office trash can. I need like cash, baked goods,
Gold
something I can.
Cougarans would be great. Something
Gold-
untraceable.
I just need something I can trade when the revolution comes.
Sky
you know?
high sticks.
Something I can barter with. You know, just give me
Something
some
to get us out of the country.
Give me some of that barter paper they call money.
Do you guys want the final Yahoo?
Yeah, please, God, save me from myself.
This final Yahoo was sent by Emily Wall. Oh man, it's so good. The following 11 words I feel like summarize this human being more than any 11 words could ever summarize any other human being. It's by Yahoo Answers user Trevor, who asks, is it possible for a ferret to hide a fushigi ball?
I'm Justin McElroy. Travis
Griffin McElroy.
It's been my brother, and me. Kiss your dad. Square on the lips.
Keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart. Hey, keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart. Man, these girls are smart, 3 stacks. These girls are smart. Play your part.